Well, let's start this morning right here in New York City in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office ahead of a possible criminal indictment of former President Donald Trump. Sources tell NBC News that law enforcement is bracing for modest protests in support of the former president today around Trump Tower and the DA's office. Yesterday, a handful of supporters responded to Trump's calls for mass protests over the weekend to, quote, take our nation back. Those came as prosecutors are reportedly zeroing in on a charge of falsifying business records in connection with a hush money payment Trump allegedly made to porn star Stormy Daniels in 2016 to keep her quiet about an affair she says the two had a decade earlier. Trump denies the affair and any wrongdoing. Sources say tomorrow is the earliest we could see an indictment. That's when the grand jury in the case reconvenes. Yesterday, the jury heard from Trump ally Robert Costello, an attorney who previously advised Trump's own one-time lawyer, Michael Cohen. Cohen, prosecutor's star witness in the case, was also brought in yesterday to be on standby as a possible rebuttal witness for Costello's testimony. But that rebuttal was never needed, even after Costello spent more than 2 hours trying to discredit Cohen before the grand jury. After his testimony, Costello, who also has represented the likes of Rudy Giuliani and Steve Bannon, told reporters he has no agenda except exposing the truth. Cohen later responded in an interview with MSNBC's Ari Melber.
Did Rudy urge you to do this?
No, I'm the one who decided to do this. A lot of people cautioned me against it because I had nothing to gain. The only thing I'm doing is trying to tell the truth to the grand jurors because I read all these lies in the media that are being promoted by one side.
It's a typical Donald J. Trump play out of the playbook. Figure out how you're going to muddy the water as best as you possibly can, denigrate the person, disparage them. The district attorney has the documentation in order to validate every single statement that I've made and to basically dispel anything that Bob Costello has to say, which is probably, again, why they didn't need me for rebuttal.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump continues to lash out at Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg in posts on his social media platform. The latest, a campaign-style attack ad, which repeats his most common claims about Bragg.
I'm the only thing standing between the American dream and total anarchy, madness, and chaos. And that's what it is. I'm representing you. I'm just here. Always remember, they are coming after me because I am fighting for you. That's what's happening.
Ominous music and everything. In another post yesterday, the former president accused Bragg of breaking the law, writing that the DA should be held accountable for, quote, interference in a presidential election. So, Secretary Johnson, we can come back to that in a minute. I want to go back to the security question, though, something you would be familiar with as head of Homeland Security. What do you suspect is going on behind the scenes right now with the New York Police Department, Homeland Security, the FBI, Secret Service, everybody else?
Well, first, it would appear from everything we see and hear that if there's to be a court appearance by Mr. Trump, it'll probably be later this week at the earliest, possibly into next week. The grand jury is apparently still hearing testimony. They heard testimony from a witness yesterday. My recollection of grand jury practice is once all the evidence is in, the prosecutor gives the grand jurors some sort of instruction on the law. They then have to vote on the indictment. The indictment has to be handed down. And behind the scenes now, I'm quite sure, is a five-way negotiation between Donald Trump's lawyers, his Secret Service detail, the DA's office, the court officers who are responsible for the security of 100 Center Street, and the NYPD. The NYPD, I suspect, is sort of leading the discussions about where the appearance will occur, when it will occur, will there be photographers, will there be press, so forth and so on. But that's a five-way negotiation, and I have a lot of confidence in the NYPD. The NYPD, the court officers, are used to high-profile court appearances at 100 Center Street. None like this, however. This will be unprecedented, clearly. But the NYPD knows how to read social media, gather intelligence, anticipate crowd size, anticipate what level of security will be appropriate around 100 Center Street, assuming that's where this actually takes place.
They're already setting up.
Yeah,
Joe?
it seems that on January 6th, the Washington Police Department, the City of Washington, Capitol Hill Police, they were all caught off guard. I think most of us that have spent some time in New York City can attest to the fact that you don't sneak up on the NYPD. They got this, right? So if you're coming to New York City, we're going to hide the guns right across the bridge, and then we're going to get the guns and bring them over to... Don't do that, because that's just going to have real bad for you.
Implications.
This ain't like leave the guns in Arlington and come to the Cap. It's just not. You're in New York and you're dealing with the NYPD, so lots of luck there, fella.